Pierre, I was thinking, like third-party cookies. Everyone's talking about it.
Well, they are talking about it for a good reason, because they are finally disappearing. So by the end of this year, Google Chrome will hopefully be completed with their phasing out of it. So then it will be no more. And I mean, the third-party cookie is the foundation of digital marketing as we know it. So of course it's a huge thing for the entire industry that it's now disappearing.
And you said like end of this year, but it's already happening now. So I mean, you need to take action ASAP, right?
Of course, it is happening now. Google is in their like testing phase. So around 2% of the Chrome users is within this testing group. And you already had like Mozilla Firefox, you had Apple and their devices that already is automatically blocking third-party cookies. So it has been a reality for some time, but now it's even more like it's happening now.
Now.
Yeah.
So me as a marketer, what should I do? What do I need to act on right now?
You need to actually try to look at your current tech stack, I would say. That is the number one thing that you need to do, to look through what systems are you using and how compatible are them with this new reality where you cannot rely on third-party cookies. That is maybe action number one. And then of course you need to know what kind of demands you have on your tech stack. And that is of course the basics. You need to be able to attribute like conversions without relying on the third-party cookie. You need to be able to control your frequency, for example, within your campaigns. You need to be able to make sure that you can actually listen to, for example, in a bid stream, that you can listen to users that do not have third-party cookies allowed on their devices. So you need to like know, okay, what do I need from my tech stack? And then once you have that list, start looking at your current tech stack. Like, okay, can I see conversions from a Safari user, for example? Can I reach my intended audiences with this setup without relying on the third-party cookie? But then, like in general, I would say that you need to stop being like lazy, and you actually need to work more hands-on with everything you do and know why you do the things you do, and not just rely on algorithms and broad, fantastic audiences that relies on third-party cookies, because you could do that before and still get kind of good results. But now you actually need to have different strategies in your campaign setups. You need to actually see how can I optimize this campaign based on different identifiers, for example, and take action from that.
And maybe focus even more on content, like the creativity.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Meta, they said like some time ago, they said that creatives are the new targeting. And I would say like bless their hearts. But I mean, it has always been like that. But along the way, it has for many actors been a bit forgotten that creative is actually a super important part of this, because that is a way that you can actually attract your intended audience and make them do what you want them to do. So that is even more important now, to work with your creatives, to find ways in contextual strategies, but also in your more normal approaches, but rely even more on your creative approach.
And they can sound a bit scary for me as a marketer. I mean, I don't know, you're mentioning like tech stack. Is it hard to do all of this? Or is it not that as hard as it sounds?
It's not as scary or hard as it sounds. But of course, I mean, you need to know what you want to achieve, right? Once you know that, you need to ask your in-house team or your current partner, like, what is my setup? What can we do? Can we do everything we could do before, even on these new devices that blocks third-party cookies? Once you get the reply on that, you can take action. Because otherwise you need to change your tech stack, maybe change your partner, or talk to them, like, are they going to do some changes to their current platforms and systems, right? So it's not as scary, it's not as hard, but you need to know what you want, what kind of answers do you want to get.
You need to have like an action plan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you need to have it now, to be honest, because it has been a talk for a long time about this, right? But you could still do a lot of things that you do before, even up until this day. But soon you will actually not be able to do that. So now is the time to take action if you have not done that already.
Yeah, and first-party cookies, even more important. How?
For sure, because first-party cookies, they are not disappearing, right? So that is not something you need to worry about. They are, I mean, they are becoming even more useful because you can actually activate your first-party cookies in all environments, right? So you rather maybe need to think about how do I collect even more first-party cookies? For example, maybe by a content-driven approach to attract your intended audience, get that first prospecting, and get them to land on your page, and that you will be able to actually identify them and use them later on and build your audience.
Yeah. To sum it up, 3 things you need to take action on now, like an action plan, a roadmap.
Yeah, tech stack, look it over, work with your, stop being lazy in both strategy, the creatives, etc., and start to think about how do I collect and use my first party data.
Get going.
Now.
Thank you, Pierre.
Thank you.
Thank you.